This is reveal number 7 of 7 for the Story Crossroads memberships. There's already been 1 through 6, which has revealed who would be writing the commissioned articles and e-workbooks of January through June of 2021. But I'm sure you want to know a little bit more, like what else will we be offering through Story Crossroads? Well, I'll tell you what. First of all, we have this wonderful organization called National Storytelling Network, or sometimes called NSN. And National Storytelling Network has been around for a long time, over 40 years, and is that go-to organization of knowing the trends in this storytelling world, or just simply in the world. Because Story Crossroads is an organizational member of the National Storytelling Network, we are able to pass along a discount. So if you were to become a member of the National Storytelling Network, as well as, of course, with Story Crossroads, you would go into your member password protected page, and on that member library, you would find the discount code to put in, and it would get you 10% off of that individual membership. So that is exciting, and that will link you to so many more things like databases or fiscal sponsorships. And if you don't even know what some of those things are, that's okay, they can guide you on that. But just so you know, it's definitely a great organization. Another wonderful thing that we are so excited about is being able to connect with Donna Washington. Now, besides being the executive director of Story Crossroads, I am also a librarian. And as a librarian, I see Donna Washington's books a lot, and they get checked out a lot. And what's fascinating is because this is Christmas, or at least this is the day that it's been recorded. You might be listening to this on a different day, but she has 2 books specifically with Kwanzaa, and one of them is Little Rabbit's Kwanzaa, which is adorable, and then the other one is simply called The Story of Kwanzaa. So those are great ones, but that's just 2 of several that she has published, and she keeps publishing more. Besides that, as a professional storyteller, she has all of these CDs. So what does that mean for a member benefit for Story Crossroads? Well, you would actually be able to get 10% off when you go to that merchandise store for Donna Washington, and we would give you that code so that you can put that in and have some amazing things. And just when it comes to Donna Washington, I just love her. She's so inspiring, and she has this amazing blog called Language Literacy and Storytelling, so that alone will win you over if you're not already familiar with Donna Washington. Now, besides Donna Washington, there is another wonderful person by the name of Emily Merrill, and she is a musician. She has a voice that is golden, just exciting. She loves to merge the pop music with jazz, and it's fascinating what she comes up with. But besides having that amazing talent, she also has a podcast. It's called The Artifice Podcast, and I was honored to be a guest on one of those podcasts. That was episode 74, and right now there's 84, and it keeps going on and on and on. And she really delves deep into the performing arts, and she's always curious about what artists are thinking, what sparks their creativity, you know, how do they become this entrepreneur, or she has another term for it of entrepreneur, if I said that correctly. And she is also willing to have a special discount that she will reveal very soon. It will be in time for January 1st, 2021 when we launch this. But besides that, if you're an avid listener of the Artifice Podcast, which I highly recommend, she actually makes connections with many different services and products, and she shares those codes on that podcast. Well, she has given permission for those codes as she makes those collaborations with us, that we will have permission to put on those password protected pages for our members, which is just fantastic. Even more so when I reached out to her because I'm so impressed with what she is doing. So you have to follow that podcast. And besides that, there is also Sean Buvala. He is amazing too. He has been in this world of storytelling for so many decades and always thinking ahead of where to go next. He's worked with a lot of professionals, a lot of business people, a lot of leaders, a lot of performing artists, so many different people, and he knows how to coach and train. But he also has put together an amazing publishing company called Small Tooth Dog Publishing. And he has given a code so that people can go to his website, to his publishing website, and get 15% off of the actual items, these wonderful books. And I have to tell you that there is one of those books that is written by someone who is launching an e-workbook in January 2021 with us. And the name of the book that was published through Small Tooth Dog Publishing would be From Audience to Zeal, the ABCs of Finding, Crafting, and Telling a Great Story. So, wow, that is awesome. Thank you, Sean Buvala. And by the way, that won't be the only thing that will be available to members. That's still in the works, but you will be excited, trust me. And then, on top of that, it just seems like there's all this excitement. There is something fascinating going on right now. So if you're listening to this and it's not January 6th, 2021 yet, then you still have time. This is something that's not just for our members, so I'll share this. This is something that anyone can participate in. Tim Lowry, an amazing storyteller out in South Carolina, emailed Story Crossroads and said, hey, I have this Dickens A Christmas Carol, and I filmed it, and I would love to be able to have a discount code to anyone you want to share it with, and that way they can get $2 off, and then I will give $3 back to Story Crossroads. Well, we got that email. We thought, well, that's very nice, Tim. So thank you, Tim Lowry. And we will, right there, you see it? You see that? That's the web address to go to. So you can get this 3-day rental. It's normally $20, but you can get it for $18. But then remember, $3 of that $18 is going to go right back to Story Crossroads. And that is just fantastic. And Tim Lowry, because of his CD sales and other things that he's done, he's been able to raise over $18,000 for nonprofits and charities. And we are just honored that we are one of many charities that have benefited from his generous spirit. So, wow. And when you go there, make sure you put in the code Crossroads. That makes a lot of sense. I'm so glad that Tim created a nice, easy code that connects to us. So please spread the word, and you can actually benefit from that right now. But the other ones I talked about, fantastic. And don't worry, there will be even more. And if you're like, oh wait, I would like to offer or collaborate with you and maybe have some kind of discount code, great. Just email us at info@storycrossroads.org, and we can send you a collaboration form, and let's get talking about that. In the meantime, I can't wait for January 1st, 2021. I definitely hope that you will be a founding member with us and enjoy all of this, including, remember, there will be the 3 family or classroom activities that will also be shared besides the monthly article, besides the quarterly e-workbooks, besides the wonderful commissioned story maze, and I really do mean a maze that's commissioned by us with Joe Wose, who is, by the way, doing a TV show and filming for that because of his art is that amazing. Just join us. Join in that journey with Story Crossroads.